We have a Grammy award-winning producer right here in Ghana. We need to make good use of him. And also, we'll be talking to Sister Fia. Yeah, I mean, she has a new one out, Cricket. So yeah, so we'll be talking about that as well, and a whole lot of issues that'll be coming up today on their show. But before we go for our music break, I want you to know that you can join the conversation with the hashtag the chat, or drop us a WhatsApp message. Our WhatsApp number 0204447033, and we'll be so glad to read a message from you. Let's enjoy this music or live performance from Sister Fia Ekow's Originals. Enjoy it.
If you wanna take me on a date, tell her make you know what your body cause. Me, I don't get time to waste. I be busy body, oh, no underestimate. We define money 247. What be love and that's the story. If you be chillin' one day for your mind and my mind there for you, the rest of the story. So come carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go. When you say come pete, I say carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go. When you say come pete, yeah. Oh na 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 na, yeah. Oh oh na 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 na, oh yeah, yeah. Sikana mami energy, mini ho allergy. Say who say me chilla, mami sikana me di. Pass me the Hennessy, my fine, can't you see? Yeah, this be nice, yeah, be the strategy. If you give me your heart, you go regret though. Romance not there for my list. Now say we pray but fall in there forget oh. You for prepare for the risk. Yeah, me and you not there for the same contest. You know me no go ballin'. When I'm done with you, you go come confess. Take a crab a dump a ballin'. We define money 247. What be love and that's the story. If you be chillin' one day for your mind and my mind there for you, the rest of it. So come carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go. When you just compare, yeah, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go, carry go. When you just compare, yeah. Sister Fia.
Love is in the air, and it's time to put your heart to the test. It's your boo. Well, even your boo will get a boo. This Valentine's season, tune in to Love in the City with me, Noyo Korte, on Brunch in the City on 97.3 City FM. From February 5th to 14th every day, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., I will be giving you the chance to test the love and commitment of your special somebody. Planning a surprise, confessing your love, or testing your partner's loyalty. Love in the City will make this Valentine's unforgettable. It's your boo. Love in the City. Let's put love to the test. Only on 97.3 City FM.
Girl, I want to give you a special treat. You're so sweet. Turn off the lights and let let's get cozy.
Have you ever thought about the work input before a movie comes out? It's a whole lot.
Frema, please. You know my heart belongs to you. You know you're the one destined for me.
And you did that. And
The
you
fact
did that.
that you appeared when you did appear was a divine intervention. This was meant to happen. It was a test of our love.
This week, we bring you a little closer to seeing the work that goes on behind the scenes and help you better appreciate the movies and films you've been watching. To help us do this is one of Ghana's best in the filmmaking industry, Peter Sedufia.
The fun is letting the whole world see a certain narrative through your lenses, you know? Yeah. What I'm telling you is what you believe.
Join Frema Edunyame and Nana Tufo this Sunday at 7 p.m. prompt on the Upside Down Show. It's gonna be super exciting. Don't miss it.
You're welcome back to the chat right here on Channel 1 TV with me, Ekow Koomson. You can find me on all social media platforms at PK_Koomson. Koomson spelled with a double N. You can also send us a message on our WhatsApp number 0204447033 or drop us a message on all social media platforms with the hashtag there chat. Today we are going to go into a very interesting and a deep conversation because we've been talking about this for some time now, and it's all about the Grammys, one of the most coveted awards or award schemes in the world. Everybody's looking forward to grabbing a Grammy one way or the other. So we've been actually clamoring for Africans, Ghanaians, and everyone to be able to grab a Grammy from here. And the Grammy also thought it twice to say, hey, now let's introduce a category that is going to focus solely on music from Africa or music performance from Africa, which got everybody excited because we all thought that would be a good way for us to now be able to grab a Grammy. But now it looks like 3 years on, I think, and we've still not gotten that coveted nomination from Ghana, to be precise, that we've been looking forward to. Yes, we've had someone in there who has been blazing the trail for years now. He has now grabbed, I think, 4 nominations so far, talking about the venerable Rocky Dauni. But now everybody was thinking, oh, music made from home, music grown from here will be able to make it. But hey, we've not been able to grab that. But Tems, Burna Boy, and others have been able to grab this Grammy award for the African part. Even a nomination, we fall short. So we'll be talking about that today. We want to know what is going on there. And joining me to do this conversation, to have this interesting conversation, I have a big man. He is a voice. He is a gatekeeper when it comes to the Ghana music industry. Now he's looking at it globally from the global perspective, and he's actually doing very well for himself. George Britton, all the way in the UK. How are you doing, George? Hello, George. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. How are you doing?
Very well, my brother.
It feels
Merry
so
Christmas. No, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
You just made me choke on air, but yeah. I mean, Happy New Year is in order because we've not seen each other in a very...
Definitely.
Yeah,
So
like we've not even had any
definitely
encounter this year, so it's good to actually wish each other a Happy New Year. But how's your festive season? Let me start from there because I don't think I've spoken to you the whole of this year, so it'll be good to know.
Not at all. In London, usually, in the UK, usually Christmas, it's always about, family gathering, eating, and go back to your room because the weather is so cold. So, we gathered at my big wife's house, had a very good dinner, lounge dinner and everything. Afterwards,
nice.
we just come back home and stay at home all throughout the weekend, all throughout the Christmas break. In the UK, it's different from Ghana. No parties because it's icy, like I said.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's so good.
Interesting. What was the last time you were in Ghana, by the way?
So I came to Ghana on the I think 24th of November.
Wow.
Till 7th of December, 8th December after the
Elections. Oh, okay.
And
You
I
left
actually leave.
us.
So yeah.
That's very interesting. But now let's get into our conversation for today.
Yeah.
Did you even watch the Grammys? Let's start from there. And what was your general impressions of the, whole awards ceremony that was organized all the way in the States?
Yes, I did watch. I watched for the premiere event and then the main event. I watched, and beautiful. I watched the event, and it was just beautiful. This was the night to celebrate musicians, the night to celebrate creatives in and around the world, and it was beautiful to see some amazing winners. It was beautiful to see Africans in there. It was good to see, our music being heard, and yeah, it was good to also see Angelique Kidjo on stage to perform. So it was another great night for the industry.
All right. So, I don't know if my director has this now, but I want to start it off with the message from Tems, because she picked up the African performance, and I will be back to talk more about it. So let's check this out, and I'll be back to talk more about it.
Sure,
my heart is beating so fast. I'm so sorry. I do work out, but it's not coming. It's not showing up right now. Wow. Dear God, thank you so much for putting me on this stage and bringing me this team. And tomorrow is my mom's birthday, and this is her first Grammys. And I just want to thank you, Mom, because she's really done a lot for me and my brother. And oh my goodness. Happy birthday, Mom. And I want to thank my team, Muiwa Wale, my beautiful stylist, Dunsin Wright, my lovely girls, Yvonne and Rochelle and Kayla and Ashanti and Sarah. I love you guys. Thank you so much. To God be the glory, because honestly, He's changed my life so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, God.
You're welcome back. So, George, we just heard from a recent, let me put it that way, winner of the African performance category for the Grammys. For you, you know how award schemes and winner's speech we take it here in Ghana. Is it a big deal, or was it wrong on her side that she didn't acknowledge Guilty in as much as Guilty was right on stage with her?
Oh no, usually times like that, too many things in the head. So a moment like that, when you get on stage, bro, things going through your head, you might not even know what's going on. But everyone knows Guilty, performed this. There were other two gentlemen standing behind him who have been very instrumental in her career. But she didn't mention them. So no, nothing. You could see them. You could see them, on the red stage, on the red carpet, and it was beautiful. So the event was actually held in two different auditoriums.
Oh.
The first one was held in a much smaller venue.
Yes, yeah.
Then moved to the other one. So, for Guilty, people out here know Guilty and knows what he's done. He's done stuff for Beyonce and co. So it wasn't anything like he wasn't mentioned and it was any problem. Now it's calm.
That's nice. But now let's settle on GuiltyBeatz for a few minutes, or we're talking about this, because Ricky will also be joining us very soon, so we'll be able to have an extensive conversation about that. But have we, as Ghanaian creatives, underutilized GuiltyBeatz, in your opinion? Because I feel like we have him. He's now doing works for people out there. Did works for Beyonce, she won a Grammy, has done works for Tems, she's now won a Grammy. But here, we've not really seen his works. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Have we underutilized him on this side, or we don't get a kwacha to pay for it?
Underutilized? No, I think Guilty was in Ghana for a very long time until Mr. Easy came around. He started working with Mr. Easy. Of course, exposed him to the world. He moved to the UK, and he's been swinging between the UK and America for some time now. He's still a producer. I saw him out there. I think last time I saw him was at the King Promise concerts. Yeah, I mean, he's very much available to work with anyone. I think where he's positioned now, you will have to pay him well.
He's not a Grammy award-winning producer.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think last year you won a Grammy.
Yeah.
And last year, I think with Beyonce's album or something like that, he won.
Renaissance, yeah.
Yeah, and this year too. So, I mean, he's a very good talent. He's a very calm. He hardly speaks.
I find it very interesting because you barely see him post on social media. You barely see him doing. He's the real definition of work in silence and let your success make all the noise.
No, right. He's a quiet gentleman, very introvert. I'll put it that way because he's always in the studio working, and he's a fantastic guy doing amazing stuff. I think, before 2020, he worked with quite a number of Ghanaian artists. Even after, I think we even had a project with him. Kamedo had a project with him. One of our projects was on there. So, Guilty is available. I mean, if you're a Ghanaian artist and you want to work with him. But then, it doesn't just end there. You have to also work, on the song and as well as promote the music, So it's just not about the production of the song. You have to also put in some effort to market the song. And I think the team, Tems team and everybody involved did a great job,
All right. Now, I mean, just hold your thoughts there because I have right here in studio with me, Ricky, Tennyson, who is a music producer or music executive and also artist and repertoire. How are you doing, Ricky?
Very well, sir.
I mean, it feels good to see you. In person. I've heard a lot about you, but I've never seen you before, so it feels good to see you.
Thank you.
Finally. But did you, watch the Grammys? Have you seen the Grammys? But before that, how are you doing, by the way?
I'm good.
Are you doing good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
That's nice. I hope the new year is going well with you.
Yeah, it started very well. Yeah.
Anything you want to share with us that made it start very well?
It's still in the pipeline, so I wouldn't want to. Yeah, but there were a lot of things we pitched last year, a lot of conversations we had last year, and a lot of people were like, because of the elections that are happening in your country, all of that. Fortunately, that's over now, and the conversations seem to be moving very well. Yeah, so maybe obviously by end of first quarter, you guys will hear a lot of things.
So good news from the side.
Yeah, no, I mean from Ghana,
From Ghana.
Yeah, the whole idea is to push a lot of new artists into the market and then onto the global scale, and those conversations have been going on. Fortunately, it looks good. It looks good.
That's good to hear. That means your new year is starting on a very good note.
Very good note.
All right, but did you see the Grammys? Were you able to watch it, and what were your impressions?
I followed commentary and snippets of the post event on socials. So in regards to everything that has to do with the Grammys, we did well to follow. To know. Sometimes some of us are losing interest because Charlie, we do the far.
You are losing interest.
Yeah, I mean for us, because most of the times the commentary after Grammys is Ghana, Niger, Ghana. Why? What are people doing? And that's why I'm saying that some of us are tired of that conversation because clearly, we are not pushing. We are not pushing the envelopes enough, and so it's possibly affecting Ghana's presence because when you speak of Afrobeats and the dominance and the recognition and even the development of Afrobeats, Ghana plays a key role.
We always say that, but then why is it not reflective in when it comes to like the global stage? Why is it that when it comes to the global stage, yes, we play a key role, or we've played a key role in the evolution of Afrobeats, but then when it gets to recognition on the global stage, Nigeria seems to be ahead of us. What could we contribute into this? And it's to you, both you and George. I would really want to pick your thoughts on this because I find it very interesting, and it's heartbreaking also that we pride ourselves playing a key role, but then when we get to the top recognition stage and we don't get anything.
Well, obviously a number of factors, a number of key factors, and maybe we should just accept that we are mothers, or we are people who only birth ideas. And because you cannot have it all. Football did not really start in England. It started elsewhere. England has now taken over and is actually dominating or leading the charge when it comes to football. Spain has tried. They've taken Cristiano Ronaldo from the EPL to the Spanish La Liga and all of that, but they've not been able to still match up what the EPL is doing. So maybe, just maybe, we should get to a point to understand that, look, we are that hub or that industry that that is good with ideas or development, and then others can take it to the next level. That will help us and force us not to envy or force us not to feel a certain type of way. If we understand that, because there are some clubs, like I relate it to football, because there are some clubs who understand Ajax, or there are some who they know I cannot compete with Manchester United. No matter how poor Manchester is playing, I cannot compete with them. I always sell my players to them. And I think maybe because when it comes to movies, we're one of the first people. Nigerians were actually enjoying our movies back then. When you listen to legendary actors, they all actually make references to Ghana.
Ghana's movie,
Music, same thing. Even fashion. A lot of Nigerian fashion designers actually, connect or associate a lot of their success or their interest or finding a certain passion in fashion from Ghana. It's unfortunate we are not able to take it to the next level. And so maybe because of numbers, maybe numbers are also impacting us a lot, So clearly for the Grammys, to stick to the Grammys, a lot of key factors which George will attest to. Nigeria has a proper structure in regards to their music industry. And we say structure, it not be buildings or anything, but mainly the existence of labels. Look, 80%, when you move to Nigeria now and you want to sign an artist in Nigeria, 80% of the artists are actually properly signed under majors. The majors being the Universal, the Warners, the Sony Musics, a lot of their artists, either through distribution deals, through publishing deals, through 360 deals, they actually understand what it means. So that's why when I come to you and I say, look, I want to do a collaboration with you, it is not the usual, we the vibe, so make we enter studio and make we knock out. No, it is a lot of structure, it is a lot of processes, and everybody in the value chain seems to benefit. Unlike here, which is just a vibe. Like, if you look at our biggest artists, someone like maybe Sarkodie, someone like Shatawale, aside but for Stonebwoy, two of our major artists have never, tasted a record label structure before. They have not really gone through it. They have not really been through it proper. And it's a big blow, because even sometimes, by virtue of the fact that Sarkodie has signed to a major, everybody else around him, from his A&R team to his manager to his road manager to everybody, they also begin to understand the structures of industry. They also begin to understand how to engage artists properly, artist riders, all of those things. It comes back to help industry. Nigeria has that, and so for the first step, it is something that we are lacking. If you enter into Nigeria, a lot of the labels, they actually have offices stationed
local offices.
Local offices stationed in Ghana. How many of these offices do you know here in Ghana?
I find it very interesting, but let me ask George this: how influential is record labels when it comes to like the Grammys? I'm asking this because, like he's saying, maybe because we've not gotten to that point, that's why we've not been able to go. But how influential is record labels when it comes to the Grammys? Are they that influential in there? Or it's because, once your song is good and you are not even signed onto a record label, you are likely to even win it?
Record labels are the guys in the room when you're in your house, when you are not present, They represent you, even in your absence. So they play a major role. They get your music across, across the globe to rooms where you are not. So definitely record label plays a major role. They play a major role. So yeah, they give it. sorry.
No problem. I can see. I wanna Kumu.
Like I said, record labels are the guys, who talk about you or who talk for you, who market your project, who push you, in your absence. And your presence, yes, they put you on stage and all that. So it's really needed. It's something that, unfortunately, in Ghana, I think a year ago, so I had, I said Sarkodie made one of the artists made a comment about don't. Oh, I think it was Sarko there because he actually put it in his music and tried to say, "I want to be free. I don't need labels and all that."
Yeah.
But I honestly think where we are now as Ghanaians, we need labels than anything because I mean, from this side of the world, the only artists that you hear of them often is Black Sherif and I Can't Promise. And maybe let me say once in a while hear Stone Boys music play on the airwaves. Now these guys are being backed by the labels. So if you sit in Ghana and say, "Hey, labels are not good and they are not needed," I think we're doing disservice to ourselves. Reason being that you see the problem. I think I don't know what Ricky did mention, but the problem is not the talent. The problem is that in Nigeria. There are a lot of music executives whom equally invest in the space. Unlike Ghana, where we are only investing in talent.
The talent.
In every industry that thrives, there's so much investment also in the executives. So in Nigeria, from the Godwins to the Larry Gagas to even Adesope here, Tracy May, there are quite a number of people in the Nigerian music industry that we don't see them often. We don't see them on stage. Are the guys behind the scenes who are really working for these artists. Everywhere you meet Adesope or Malay or all these voice names will come up. That is not the situation here in Ghana. In Ghana, the only time the artist's name is mentioned in any meeting is when the artist is there. So it has limited our growth. We are not seen there. A Ghanaian at Spotify, a Ghanaian at YouTube wouldn't even, be talking about Ghanaian artists. Yes, music, Afrobeat is loud in Ghana or it's coming from Ghana and Nigeria, but we're not doing much to own it. You understand? And so there is something missing. I mean, unfortunately for us, our entire industry is about our talent. Whereas if you go to Nigeria, there are people that are not talent, but are very viable in the space. That are the guys who move around the world. Like these guys, the guys that work with Tems, they're very connected in America, very, very connected in America. So and they are Nigerians. Empire has got some amazing Nigerians in there. Sony Music, all these platforms have got Nigerians in there. So the Nigerian creative industry is empowered, not just by the artists, but everyone in the ecosystem, especially the executives, right? Whereas in our case, it's not like that. I mean, Ricky certainly is a very smart guy. If Ricky is empowered and Ricky can go into some rooms around the world to discuss music, I'm sure somebody will look at Ricky and say, "You know what, can you get me one or two artists for this event or for that event?" Listen, okay, I can't say it now. Nigerians have, done us, a lot of, there was something major that happened to, my camp back then. They were, the call came from a Nigerian, so these guys are out there, but unfortunately, we are not out there. The only people out there are the musicians, and, musician, when he goes, he talks about himself. And the answer there.
Would you then agree when we say that in Ghana we really then do not understand the whole business of music? Will it be fair to say?
We don't to some extent. We don't because, the conversation starts with and ends with the artist. I mean, artist who comes in, cool, calm boy, the next minute he's telling the world they are spending this money. a lot of bridges needs to be built to get to that level, and by building those bridges, you have to spend money together. So the problem has always been about the artists, and it's really restricting people. He's sitting there. Ricky has an experience.
I mean, anything you want to add to that? I mean, if George, you're done.
No. So I'm just saying that we need more than just the artists to get to the top. We need to encourage labels in the system. We need to treat it like business. Meet an average Ghanaian artist and tell him that, "Oh, I want to help you. I'm a businessman. How do I help you?" He will tell you, "Oh, boss, I go hit. When I hit, I go pay your money." But that's not how the language is, in the world. Yeah, they will tell you, "I'll play shows and I'll pay you." "Oh, boss, me, I go hit, I go play shows." No. We need to engage with the service of proper businessman proper, what's it called, business developers, financial guys, to be able to do our projections and develop our business plans and everything like that. So when you sit in front of a businessman, he knows what you're about. How do you also put these things together? You need somebody in your team who understands these things. Get me? So it's not just about, I mean, gone are the days where we just had one boy following an artist and said his manager. These are just stuff, you know, they are no more. I mean, if you just follow the artist and say you're a manager and all you do is pick calls for shows and all that, you guys are going nowhere. So until we understand that this is business and we need to involve the right people to help elevate our career, it is just going to be like this. The artist will come, get one hit song, come to London, perform to Ghana community, go to Italy, Germany. They'll come and tell you that he's been sleeping in an airplane just for fun and all this, and go back home. And when the hits don't come again, then it becomes a problem. So we are just moving around a small circle. Where we can do major things in Ghana. Honestly, I'm talking about some young, very, very young, and I mean Sadiq is one of them. Sadiq is a very smart. Baba Sadiq is there. Ricky himself is in there. There are quite a number of
a number actually. I mean, it's good you're mentioning this. It's good you're mentioning this because I realized that sometimes when we talk about music executives, I remember one time a friend of mine was like, "Oh, I won't do A&R," and I was like, "What is A&R?" It was like, "Oh no, we'll just link the people. When they come to Ghana, we'll arrange interviews for them. We'll do this." And in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, is that one to a job?" And that was the very back there when I didn't even understand anything about all of this. I'm just like, "Is that one to a job that somebody does?" And then I was in Kenya, and then I was engaging one member of the Sauti Soul team.
Right.
And then I was like, "Yo, what do you do?" He's like, "Oh, I'm on air now. I'm with Soul Generation." And I'm like, "So are you paid every month?" He's like, "Yeah. I'm on a payroll. I do this, I do that, I link them." And I'm like, "Yo, that means we are not doing something right." So like you wanted to add to, the whole music business conversation we're having.
George made a very, very important statement that in Ghana, the music only revolves around the artist. The most important person in the room in Ghana is the artist. And you and I know that if today I want to go to a brand to even pitch anything to for Kiddy, for Sarkodie or for whoever, the brand wants to see Sarkodie in the room before they feel confident to even have a conversation. And it's even a problem. So George is right, that we need to empower more. We have to be intentional to say that, look, this year or this month, we are going to hold X amount of workshops just to elevate execs or just to elevate people who actually have interest in music. Because around the world, if you wake up today, you realize that, Virgin Music has appointed this person, this Nigerian person, as head of whatever here. This person is head of this here. This person is vice president here. This person, all what that is doing is empowerment. Most of them do not really have a vast skill and knowledge in some of the roles, but they understand that the way the business works, by the time you be engaged in A, B, C, D deals, engagements, practices, and all of that, in a year, it will change a lot of things.
A lot.
Boomplay actually came to Ghana, and by virtue of recruiting young people to work in their organization, it shaped the minds of a lot of people. These young people helped a lot of other artists to properly grow and understand some of the things that happen. Look, the whole Blacko deal, the Empire deal he got was actually from people in Boomplay. Execs in Boomplay actually led a lot of the artists from Yao Tog to Black Sheriff to whatever to Empire, because then now they had an organization or they had a go-to, execs who they could rely on and pitch to them. Unfortunately, all we think about is, I define the artist, and we are never intentional about, impacting. And as I said, a lot of our A-list artists are also not empowering those who are actually following them, because for whatever reason, we should be able to say, this artist that worked with artist A or artist B has picked up another artist and is doing well with the artist. But most of the time, it's not so. I don't know which artist has actually worked with any of our A-list artists and has moved on from that A-list artist and empowered or has actually developed another artist, because even themselves, they follow the artist. They know they really understand what it means to develop and take the artist to the next level. And so it'd be big problem.
You know, and it's just, all you're saying, right, is just playing in my mind that could it then be that sometimes all these acts that win these Grammys, Africans that win these Grammys, is not necessarily the artist that is going out there to build relationships with everyone, like we saw, you know, I think, was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago when the Stonebwoy tried to, you know, like engage with Taylor Swift, and they were like, and everything.
You see?
But then it could then be that even Tems probably has not even formed personal relationships with all these people in the room, but the execs have been able to go out there.
That's how it's just supposed to be, not to catch it. That's just how it's supposed to be, you see? And that's why sometimes we have to give props to Stonebwoy, because he's doing a lot for himself. Like most of the moves he's making are actually for himself, like he's making them on his own. Realistically, Charlie, that not forbid the thing. Sometimes if some of the things you go cringe self, because people, the machine for work for you, it's not you stressing yourself.
Build the machinery.
You have to, the machine, the people they do your back for fee, enter the rooms and have the right conversations. And that's one thing I always give credit to George for, not because he's on, but we also saw what he did for Camido. He was actually the guy in the room speaking to every stakeholder, every important person in the room to actually put Camido on. And everybody in Ghana could attest to that. Like, if you need anything from Camido, you need to speak to George, because George understood the media language. He understood how to say, yo, look, put my boy on. We are signing an agreement, or between us, I know that anytime City TV, City FM needs George or needs Camido, we are actually going to elevate him. And that's actually what happens across the world, where they are intentional about saying that, look, put my boy on. This is what we are doing. We are also going to open the African market for you. We're also going to, it is not the artist forcing himself on the other, like, you know, because it makes you look cheap. You know, if you're in the room begging for favors, begging for opportunities and all of that, it doesn't give the artist that value, because when you're working, and it's natural, it's human, you know, nature. If you've come to beg me for money and you are going about showing off with my money, I know they value the swag when you like. I don't value it. But if I don't know how it happened, and behind I'm actually seeing you making major moves, I value it. It means a lot to me, you know, and that's what we are missing. And you see, there are lots of things that we are yet to meet, because if you look at these Nigerians, as I said first, I said the structure. There's an issue of structure which we don't have, like artists being engaged in labels. We're lacking that. These labels, what they do for you is to give you global reach or global presence. What that means is, how many of Ghanaian songs have you seen top Billboard charts? You haven't topped the Billboard chart. You haven't even appeared on a Billboard chart. No be the one way they go pay for Bako. No, proper your song doing well in the, you know, on the global market and Billboard recognizing you. We've not been able to get there. How do you expect to get to the Grammy board? How do you expect to get to the Academy and be recognized? None of our artists have actually been able to, you know, achieve that feat. Even in terms of media and PR, you should be placed in Pitchfork, Rolling Stone magazine, The Fader. These are major magazines that these people actually play with, they associate with on a daily. They see on their newsfeed and all of that. None of us are actually getting that, you know, because, you know, even between you and I, citynews.com, there's
City News Online.
Sorry,
City FM Online.
City FM Online. There's the ones that City FM properly prioritize, and there's the one that is just for, you know, someone pays behind and it inside. Yeah, exactly. And there's the one that they properly prioritize. I'm not saying the one way they inside. No, proper pitching and proper feature on these blogs and on these Billboard platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. They are actually topping the charts. If you are not there, you will not be recognized. Let me give you a simple analogy, you know, so George can also come in.
Sure.
It's just like our local awards, Ghana Music Awards, 3 Music Awards. A lot of people in the other regions cry that, oh, the awards be Accra Awards, the awards be Accra Awards. It no be so. It be Accra Awards because this is the market. This is actually the core market. And if the core people, which is the likes of George and other Samoa Bedu, the industry heads, don't know your music, how would they sit in the boardroom and recommend that they for nominate you for X Song of the Year? So what you need to do is to now move, associate, collaborate, partner, and make sure that these industry, heads or these industry stakeholders know you or they have direct access to your music. And that's not what we are doing.
All right. And now let me know, how important should your production be? The production